Welcome to In the Bonus, a hoop show for hoop heads. My name is Elias Omar, aka Avarice, but you can call me Av. I'm here with my brother, Big Ball of Luck, aka Godspeed. Got the man handling all the technical aspects on the ones and twos. My brother Vic, and we're here to talk some hoops, some basketball. So yeah, let's get into it.
Yes. Before we get into it and get all the way into it, I want to definitely shout out to some of our sponsors. Thank you to our sponsors, the Total Package Energy, Redeem Vacations, and also Bats Footwear. Thanks a lot for helping us with everything you all help us with. And let's keep working together from now through the future.
Word. So yeah, to set it off.
We're about to looking like we're about to get into what's hot in the hoop streets. Well, let's find out.
So
yes, indeedy.
Vic, what's the issues?
So first we have peace and welcome everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome to In the Bonus. We already got people in the building. Please like, share, and subscribe. Share the show. Tell everybody that you know that In the Bonus is on right now. But right now we're going to jump into this hot in these hoop streets. Hey, Sean Stafford.
Yes.
Yeah, we got Sean Stafford in the building. All right, so we're going to get into hot in these hoop streets right now, man. And we about to show y'all what's really going on in these streets. And peace, brother Sean. We're going to put your joint on right after we get through with this video real quick. This is a current event segment that I just put together for the show. And y'all got to let us know what y'all think. And also let us know where you're at with the segment. All right, here we go.
Want to be the GOAT? Well, I guess we're about to find out, huh?
Look at me, baby, I'm the queen.
Oh, smack that out of here. Where you going?
Fly, I'm free, to come and to go as I please. I'm a freak. Going for the thrill.
That was it right there. He took off and then
Living life so chill. Stay low,
Lasagna on the grill.
Let it go, you be alone. Let it rest all what I know.
Plenty more where that came from.
Mama jugar duro.
You never learn.
I know you really hit that, huh?
I'm freaking.
Welcome to the playground. You hanging with the big kids now.
Woo, that was clean.
Look at me now.
Oh, you got me out of my seat.
Going for the thrill.
Oh, we running threes now?
$10 bill. My money's on the grill. Living life so chill.
That was nasty, yo. This is your legacy. This is your moment.
All right. So we are back. We are here. What do you fellas think about the what's hot in these hoop streets, man? Blacktop Hoops. New joint is coming out for the Amazon system. And I guess what they're trying to do is they're trying to offer gaming without a console. So all you got to do is have the Amazon Fire Stick and a regular controller, and you could do all the same things you do on a regular system, PS5, Xbox, whatever it is. Y'all thoughts, man? Tell us what's going on in these hoop streets with Blacktop Hoops.
That's interesting. I mean, the way the game is set up, it kind of looks like one of the Wii games. You know what I mean? If you all remember Nintendo Wii. It looks the sports stuff. It kind of looks like that, almost like a VR-ish kind of feel to it. That's interesting though. It looks cool. Definitely something for those that the youngsters that are into the hoop like that.
Yeah, man. I thought it was an interesting take on. I think we got a comment on it. Hey, Sean Stafford says okay. So I guess he's loving it. Let me welcome my brother Ave. What's going on, Averin? Heroic. Talk to us about Knick fan forever, like myself, like everybody. Seems like we all have that in common. Rocking the orange tonight for the show. Ave,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Think about the blacktop hoops, man. Would you play that? Would you get that for your people? What you think about it?
The blacktop hoops. I'm actually not too familiar with it. Like I said, man, I've been so swamped with some of the other work. Mm-hmm. They're doing blacktop like on the streets basketball hooping now.
No, it's a video game for the Amazon Fire Stick.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and all you need is a controller.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope. That's definitely bringing back the street ball, the New York style type ball. I don't know if anybody know. Do they got the Messiah, the YouTube guy? If anybody knows who I'm talking about, this dude Messiah. He be doing the 1-on-1, the old head with the beard.
Oh yeah.
They got the So yes, I think that's something cool, man. We come from a generation where that solved a lot of problems. that saved a lot of lives. So when it comes to the blacktop, that's a part of the culture. I think that's something that's very unique to where we come from, and that's kind of cool. That's something I'm definitely gonna look into.
Do y'all see that console system? Ball player luck. Let us know what you think, man. Let the people know what you think of blacktop hoops. The video that I just played for the Hot in These Hoop Streets segment, because we got a part 2 to this that I want to get to in a quick sec.
Oh, my mic was off. My bad. I didn't know.
No, you're good.
Yeah. It was all right. I ain't gonna hold you up. I'm still an NBA 2K kind of guy. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
I mean, but it's cool seeing different games come up. Kind of remind me of like Arch Rivals a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all was ever up on Arch Rivals. It reminded me of Arch Rivals. Arch Rivals was kind of cool back in the day, though. I ain't gonna hold you up. That was a lot of fun and whatnot. But look, alright. Yeah.
Yeah, they got the street
they
hoops.
Fun with it.
They got some street hoops. They got a little NBA Jam in there where the hoop goes on fire if you make a 3-point shot, which I think.
Yeah. I love NBA Jam, though. That's my joint.
Mm-hmm.
Jam was my joint, man. I remember being up in Roosevelt Field Mall, man, and I had some people that used to work in the whatchamacallit, it was called Time Out Video Game Center or whatever, arcade.
Okay.
And man, dude, I got a lot of free games, man. They'll start cleaning up like around 10 p.m. I just go in for like 2 hours, man. Me and some people's they're having free games, NBA Jam all night. Word. I ain't thought about that in a long time. A guy, my other ball, other than my guy Sean Stafford, who's one of my favorite point guards of all times that I played with, I had another guard I used to run with, my guy Smokes, aka John Pummels. Yeah, and John was the one that used to work up in Time Out, and he used to let us in. And we used to just rock out, man. Lines of us playing NBA Jam, just free will. When video games and arcades was a big deal still. Word.
I think it's cool though that it's not having access to a game without having the console is a big thing. Because a lot of being 100, a lot of people can't afford a PS5. You know what I'm saying? Xbox, all that. You know what I mean? So
good point.
That's kind of cool.
Good point. That's excellent point that you just made. Excellent point.
Yeah. PS5. All you need is the Amazon Fire Stick and a controller, Xbox controller, PlayStation controller. You wire it up and you sync it up and boom, you off and running.
Yeah.
Hey, Av, do you think that's the future of You think that's the future of video games, Av?
You know what? I kind of feel like as far as like basketball, I can't lie. 2K kind of got it locked up, and really they're at a point where they can't. There's not much they can improve on. You know what I mean? As far as the market for like, I would say older people. You know what I'm saying? More, older teen to adult. Those are still, play games and still, play hoop games. Something like that, though, something like Blacktop Hoops. I think if the demographic is for the younger ages and for like, this kind of like tweens, I think it will pop off, honestly. And that aspect of it being cheaper, less expensive, or more accessible, is a good thing. It will make it easier for these younger ones to get it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, do y'all see that? You know how they had the little diodes you got to put in your hand, and then you got to play like defense, and y'all see that as like a workout, sort of how like they had the Wii tennis and the Wii boxing and the Wii track, and people used to actually run and all that. You see that? Do y'all see that making a wave for it, or do you see like some young kids kind of getting into this? Avery, what you think, man? You see the young ones getting into this, or you think the older ones like us are just gonna prefer what we prefer, and that's gonna kind of be it?
I think, like you said, you got to market towards that tween teenager age group. That 10 to 15 is really where you can lock it in. And I kind of look when you talk about the Wii, when that concept came out, I feel like that's something that like Peloton took over. You know what I'm saying? Like Peloton and some of these other bike apparatus where you got the video set up to, but it was something that they made too gimmicky. I think if they took it more serious, if we took the fitness aspect more serious and wasn't so cartoonish with it, they could have kind of captured the audience and created a niche where Peloton and all these other companies could have went to them instead of creating their own like little offshoot. But I think if they were to really double down on a product like this, you got to get that age group to have any type of lasting power for generational terms and just create things that are trendy. Fortnite, it works because they continuously update the skins. They update, the different little gadgets that you can buy. And so if they do that type of aspect, I think that's something that could really capture the younger audience, especially with the avatars, being able to buy a KD avatar, LeBron James avatar, you know what I'm saying? Buy the jersey from different championship teams and stuff like that, where like you get different skins. I think that'd be something where if that's where you was going to take it, that's where you go. And then you really doing something different at a much affordable price, and still able to capitalize and make financial money just because of the skins and everything. Like that's what most people are paying for nowadays. Call of Duty, they're paying for an outfit, they're paying to upgrade their guns and stuff like that. So if you do the same thing where I can buy a sleeve or I could buy, a dribbling package or something like that, I think that'd be where it go. Yeah.
Yeah, if they smart, they'll get like some sort of hey, Luck, let us know what you think about this, man. If they smart, they'll get involved with the NBA, maybe apparel or a merch line where you could offer them rewards for how far they get into the game and what they do and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, I think like what the brother just said though with the buying the dribbling skills and stuff like that, similar to like these other games like Call of Duty, Battlefield, where you gotta buy, your weapons or whatever. Like if you buy the Sham God, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mr. Anti-Gravity. Yeah.
Right.
That'd be kind of witty. That'd be kind of witty, man.
They tried to feature, they had the big guy in the middle, like Mr. Anti-Gravity at the Rucker. You know what I mean? So, so hopefully I could see some facsimiles of a lot of and one Rucker players in the game, and then you gotta kind of like graduate to play each one of them and all of that stuff. But changing
that'd be sick.
Absolutely. But changing lanes real quick. Let's get into this. So it says NBA ratings continue to tank hard, down almost 30% on ESPN. So there's this woman, her name is Arnold. I'll let Miss Arnold, I'll just call her Miss Arnold for now. And she has this little basketball, a little sports website, Outkick, but she's on YouTube and Instagram, and she has an entire thing about how bad the NBA is doing right now compared to, yesteryear. So I'll read a byline real quick, and then y'all can give me your opinion. So the NBA ratings have continued to tank through the first month of the 24-25 season. Viewership for the NBA games on ESPN, its lead broadcast partner, is down almost 30%. The league is already coming off a disappointing season in which the playoff viewership decreased by over 12%. Didn't know that. So Commissioner Adam Silver excused this week that the ratings drop is a byproduct of the election in the World Series does not suffice. The NBA has consistently been losing viewers for nearly a decade as a whole. The NBA has lost around 45% of its viewership since 2012. Av, man, talk to us, brother. Is there any credence to this? Is this for real, or is this full fake? Is this to sell tickets down the line for a big finale? What you think, good brother? Talk to us.
Man, I think don't believe the hype, bro. That's what I think. Back in the day, we was all watching James Worthy in the low post with the spin moves, you know what I mean? Because there was 3 games on a week, bro. We watched every single freaking game. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we could watch, we watched. The viewership was high as hell because that was the hoop that we got. You know what I'm saying? Now, bro, you got, you know what I'm saying? Cats is watching Netflix. Cats is on YouTube, scrolling and looking at, you know what I'm saying, videos on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and keep it 100. We're in the Google era. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's attention span is like freaking 15 seconds. So a lot of people don't even catch the game. They want to watch the highlights or whatever and absorb it. You know what I mean? That way. But they just signed a multi-million, I think it was honestly approaching $1 billion media deal for the NBA, actually. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, and it kind of reminds me of hip hop in a sense. And you gotta gotta rock with me to get the understanding of what I'm saying. It's like people don't listen necessarily to what they like. I'm not going to say everybody, but most people don't listen to necessarily what they personally like anymore. They listen to what they consider to be hot. You know what I mean? What is a hit? Quote unquote a hit. What's pushed on them by the media or whatever. And if you're a hoop fan and you watch the game and you enjoy it and you like the product that you're seeing and you like the results and everything, why are you worried about, you know what I'm saying, such and such saying, oh, the ratings? Since when we worried about ratings, bro? Like, you know what I mean? That's crazy to me. But anyway, that's my opinion.
So let me ask you a question, bro. Luck. We got Sean of Stafford on here, and he has something to say. You want to read that one for us, bro?
Yeah, absolutely. I got to read 2 of them. The other one I got in my head already, so don't worry about the other one.
No, I got it here. I'm gonna put the other one on after you read that one.
Oh yeah, the other one is more like a comrade comment. I can answer it right now real quick. You know how to put that one on. This one I'm seeing, we're gonna take it second. Yeah, Sean. I'm talking about John with the hops. Word, and Av know him too. Yeah. Smokes, man. John with the hops. John with the hops. John is 5'9" at the time, and Sean or I would throw John the alley-oop, but he was 5'9".
So he had them bungees.
His hops was real serious. He had the bungees. I was there when he couldn't dunk, and I was there when he learned how to dunk and everything, for sure. But in the next question, I agree with Sean. I was going to say that too, Sean. League is soft. Not enough post up. Even the finesse around the hoop. I mean, yeah, you got super athletic guys doing super athletic things, but I was kind of just saying to myself the other day, man, I missed the finesse a little bit, man. There was a little finesse factor. You look at guys like Clyde the Glide, Dr. J, Jordan, you know what I'm saying? They had a finesse and an awareness at the same time on the offensive end, even with all the hand checking and everything. You know what I mean? So I think the whole, I honestly believe the league is shooting too many three-pointers. I get it. I know we're in the future now. You know what I'm saying? This was like Larry Bird's wet dream. You know what I mean? Reggie Miller's wet dream. Ray Allen's wet dream. You know what I mean? But Jesus Christ, dude. Like, it's just, after a while, you're watching teams do the same little plays to get the three-point shooter open. That's a little boring after a while. You know what I mean? We could go in, there's a lot we could go into. Even like, look, I love the Ant-Man. Everybody know I'm an Ant-Man fan. I'm a John Morant fan when he could keep a gun out of his hand. Bars. But I'm like, yo, real talk, a lot of comparisons with Ant-Man and Jordan, and I get it. I see it. I see the physical DNA and everything. And I moment to moment, I see that Jordan factor kick in, but the offensive awareness of Jordan is just superior. You know what I'm saying? Even when Jordan first got in the league at 22, his offensive awareness on the court was just ridiculous. He knew when to make certain moves. He knew when not to make that move. You know what I'm saying? But I think with the league, I think that it's too 3-point dependent right now. We need to get a little low post action. You hear the keyword? Action. We don't say 3-point action. We say low post action. Why? Because there's moves made down there. You know what I'm saying? There's moves and decisions made. Maybe a pass back out to the shooter.
There's moves made for the threes.
Yeah, they run around the top half, but you know nobody says 3-point action. And I said that on purpose with a reason. There's but so much action. After a while, that could put me to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I want to see more cut into the basket. Like, you know, I say mix the two, man. It's too reliant on one now. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little like this now. You know what I mean? But you know, that's my thought. Yeah, I told y'all from the beginning, I'm gonna be that guy, yo. Yeah, I'm a vanguard. You know what I'm saying? I'm a guy, I'm an 80s, 90s guy. You know.
Hey, Heroic, let us know, man. We in the universe of reality, or we way off, man? Talk to us, man. You got beef for any of these statements?
Yeah, I think it started with load management. When you
That's a good point.
When you really look at it, it's been a slow death. And Greg Popovich was the start of it. As great of a coach as he is, he set a precedent of allowing load management. And because of his success, other coaches follow suit. Like, we can put it on LeBron James, we can put it on the 3-point game, but if I can't be guaranteed that the best player when he's healthy is going to play, I'm not going to look forward to seeing it. And then when you take away back-to-back games, now it's like, okay, if I see my team play tonight, I'm going to see him tomorrow, and then I can see another team the next day. Like, everybody's playing on the same night. And like we were saying earlier, everybody looked the same. So I'd rather just see the highlights because it really ain't worth my time, you know. And the players are becoming more social media stars than actual NBA stars. I'm not working on my game. I'm not really trying to win. I'm just trying to get that bag. As long as I can get, you know, my numbers up, I'm good. There's no defensive competitiveness. Like, we New York fans, we want to see the grit. We want to see the sweat. We want to see the hard work. Like, we want to see bodies on bodies and really, you know, the fundamentals of basketball. And they've gotten away from that, you know, and we're sitting here saying that, oh, this is the most athletic league in the game. None of the old school players could have played, but Joker is smoking everybody, and that man can't jump 2 inches off the ground. So like, how can you make that argument when the best player in the game is the least athletic? When Joker is still busting everybody, and Luka is not an athlete. So when you look at the previous guys like a fundamentally sound Larry Bird, a Bernard King, you know, Adrian Dantley, those guys were putting up buckets. And you telling me they can't come in this league against these guys because they're more athletic? That's a joke. And when you have this generation who've never watched the game from the 80s, never watched the game from the 90s, they're going off of literally what they hear. They're going off of the JJ Redicks. They're going off of the Draymond Greens, and they've never physically sat down and watched the game through and through to understand the physicality and the precision. You know, you had to play basketball with every possession counting. You know, you couldn't just be loosey-goosey with the ball like they are today.
Yo, so we got another comment, man, from Sean Stafford. Luck, hit us off.
Yeah, man, my fellow point guard. It's a corporate league now. I agree. Hey, Sean, if you want to get on here and get verbal, you could do it, man. I told you earlier, you can get on the mic, brother. You know, just hit that link the other way. But we appreciate this too. But yeah, I agree with him. I agree, man. I agree. I ain't got nothing else to add on top of that because our good brother right here just said he said a lot I agree with. I agree with everything he just said. So,
hey, we got a Twitter comment. Hold on. Let me get to it. We got a Twitter comment. Here we go. Melly from Twitter asks, y'all think it's too many TV streaming options for watching is the culprit for the bad ratings? Which I think.
I think to a degree.
That's a smart individual.
I think League Pass is crazy because, like, I don't know if y'all have ever gotten League Pass, but if you get this service or whatever, and then it blacks out the local games, so you can't watch the local joints. You know what I mean? And you're paying for the thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. It's very awkwardly set up.
I agree with that person.
All player luck. What you think, man? Too many options, man. Too many ingredients in the chocolate cake spoils the cake. What's going on?
Hey, I agree with it. I agree. What's the person's name? Nelly? That was their name?
Melly.
Melly. Get it right. Yeah, Melly. I agree with Melly because I was about to get bold and just show you how many options to watch basketball I have, and they're just apps, bro. I ain't even gonna go through. I was about to put it on the TV just for theatrics, but they're right. I agree with them on that because before, there was a great demand for a small supply, right? So when the people crowd up to watch the small supply, the lesser options to view basketball, the ratings are high up. But now when you have these apps, like the app I got, please, who need NBA League Pass? Who needs it? I don't need it.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't need it. You know what I mean? So it is subtracting from it. Even though I'm not complaining because I love it. I love the fact that games come on at night and I have my option to watch it. I think I deserve that. A lot of us feel like we deserve that. Know what I mean? And it ain't breaking the law. They already put it in court. XYZYZX, the app's illegal. So it is what it is. There's case laws on it.
Yeah,
so,
man, because I got to see my Knicks on that West Coast run. They better stop playing.
Hey, yo, you remember
that Clippers game?
You remember? Hey, yo, Vic, you remember back in the day, Vic? You remember this, right? Tell me if I'm right or if I'm wrong, brother. Okay, we're talking late '80s into early '90s, right?
Mm-hmm.
When the Knicks were losing, we could watch their away games every week on Channel 9. We can never catch MSG unless we had MSG. But we used to see the away games on Channel 9 every week around 8, 9 o'clock at night, 7, 8, 9 o'clock. But then when the Knicks started winning, all of a sudden I can't find them on Channel 9 no more.
WPIX, you know?
Yeah, WPIX,
all my New York
bro.
people.
Like, yo, Choice TV is here, brother. So we see these games, but you know what? They're gonna just have to find a way to get ratings off of these apps as well. They gotta get with the time. You know what I mean? But I agree with that person, Melly. Melly got a point.
Yeah, man. So Av, would you like to introduce the next transition segment of the show real quick?
Of course. We're gonna talk about the trash. We're gonna talk about the dudes that's stinking it up. We're gonna talk about bums, yo. Who's bumming it up big time? Any off the rip, before we even get into the main course of bums, let's who do y'all think have been slacking, have been trash recently?
Okay, are we talking about individual players, or are we talking about just player bump?
I didn't even finish.
That came out kind of quick.
Right.
We might as well just keep it right there. We might as well just stay right on Joel's neck and just talk about Joel.
He's strong.
What's been wrong with his game? Talk to us, man. Why you think the sensation look like?
Yeah, man. Just his whole energy and vibe, man, is not positive. Nothing that's coming from him is positive right now, and that's the big issue. You know, if people are supposed to look up to you, you're supposed to bring, love and positivity to the game and bring a great perspective of work ethic. And that's something that he's not bringing. And, he's just tearing down the sport just with his attitude. And so I'm just not feeling it right now.
So I feel you 1,000%, man. Let's listen to what Kendrick Perkins has to say about that very thing.
Big Perk.
Check it out in the bonus.
Can turn their season around?
They don't have a choice. Hey, look, they went out this offseason and had the biggest offseason addition in Paul George, right? And when you have a guy, Joel Embiid, who his prime is not like any other superstar prime because of his injury history, you have to capitalize on the moment now. They don't have a choice. If they don't make it to the conference finals, at least this season, and that's bare minimum, I mean, they would be considered one of the biggest failures in NBA history. I mean, I would put them right up there with the Brooklyn Nets with KD, Kyrie, and James Harden. They have no choice but to get this right. And Joel Embiid, right, I've never seen a team that looked so horrible without their superstar on the floor. Joel Embiid means so much to this organization. That's why, if they talking about what's going on with the back-to-backs and Joel Embiid not playing the back-to-backs, they're a damn fool because it's so hard to win this league, and he's so valuable and so valuable to what they need offensively, especially to win games.
All right, well, that's it, man. I thought we was going to see Shannon Sharpe suck his lip before he start talking. Well, Skip. I'm just fucking with him. What y'all think of the video, man?
No, you right on with Shannon. That's my imitation for him too. Hey, Skip. Yeah.
Well, Skip.
Yeah, Skip.
Wow. That's a syrup biscuit eating. Nah, I'm playing. Let me stop.
Yo, Vic.
Shannon, go with me. Shannon, go with me.
Yo, Vic, look at me. Yo, Vic, look at me. Yo, so see, look at what I'm doing. What you gonna say to this?
Do it. Say what? Do it.
The glasses. What you mean I'm not a great player, Skip? Yo, put your glasses back on.
Yo, what y'all think about Kendrick Perkins' assessment of the bum of the week, man, bumming it up.
This is 100% right. He's 100% right. Y'all know about y'all know about Maxey calling that meeting?
The 76ers meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how he called out Joel Embiid for being late to everything.
I did kind of hear about that. Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
that's crazy, bro. Maxey's what, in his third, fourth year becoming star, you know what I mean? But this is Joel's team, you know what I mean? So you got, and Paul George is off to the side, even though he's obviously the vet, you know what I mean? Whatever, but in the hierarchy of the team,
he just got there.
Kind of wild,
but he just
you know
got
what
there.
I mean?
So
yeah, but I'm saying it's kind of wild in the hierarchy of the team for Maxey to call a meeting and call out the franchise. essentially. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, that kind of tells you what's kind of going on with them. And,
could you imagine Joe Wilkins doing that to Patrick Ewing when he was icing his knees? Don't think so.
Yeah, right.
Don't think so.
Yeah. But that was a good comparison. That definitely trending along those Brooklyn, not even on the level of the Nets with KD and Kyrie and Harden, because at least they played together. When they played together, they was great. You know what I mean?
Right.
These dudes didn't even play together. Paul George just got hurt again. So
again, Jesus.
Yeah, again.
Yeah. They picked up the wrong one. I mean, Paul George got the heart, but he's up past his prime now. He got the heart, though. You know what I mean? He got the heart. I think he actually loves playing ball, but he's damaged goods.
Yeah.
They couldn't expect that he was going to do any better than what he's doing now.
Yeah.
Kind of like he was like that with the Clippers too. He was kind of out more than in. You know?
I don't know. But with Joel, it's like they were trying to, keep him from playing back to back so that they could get him to the second round, conference finals, whatever, in a healthy situation. But at this point, if he doesn't play those games, they're not even going to make the play. They're not going to make the play-in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I see a few people texting.
Yeah, this is my cousin. Hey, what up, Mont? Mont says Maxwell gotta say now though he's a max player. One more comment. Like Kobe called out Shaq.
Maxie definitely has
in that universe. A heroic man. Is it in the Kobe calling out Shaq universe? Are we there yet with that?
Yeah.
Think so?
But it's fair though. It's fair. Like he hasn't won nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like at least Shaq could sit here and say I won something. Like you got an MVP, but as far as team success, you haven't carried a team beyond the second round. You know what I'm saying? So that's always going to be a stain on your record. That's no different than Alonzo Mourning when he was kind of in his prime, like he couldn't get Miami Heat across the second round. Granted, he in the Jordan era, but like you know what I'm saying? Like to be a big man and to have that prowess, you always have to. You got to win. You know what I'm saying? David Robinson ain't get his roses until he won. You know what I'm saying? So I just look at it as he's disrespectful to all the guys before him, and I think that's what makes this generation a trash generation. Just not paying homage, man, and not dedicating their life to the game, and not really dedicating their life to the fans. KD also said in the past couple of weeks that he don't care what the fans think. And it's like, man, that's what's putting money in your pockets. That's who's showing up to see you, and I think the microcosm of that is when you look at Jordan and look at that era, how many guys play 82 games? The pride in playing 82 games, and even outside his, I think his first year back, he played 82 games. The following year he got injured, and when he realized he couldn't go through a full 82, he said, "Okay, I'm going, hang him up." And I think that's what really has been killing the sport over time. Just like I said, slowly. It's a combination of all the things that we've talked about. But when you got guys not wanting to show up to work, and they're getting away with it, fans ain't digging it. I can just watch the highlights, and like you said, I can watch the highlights and watch Netflix and do something else. I don't need to spend time watching these guys because they're not really hooping. You're not watching defense. Like you said, you're just watching guys shoot up threes and play AAU basketball.
Now, do y'all? I want to ask y'all a question. Do you give Joel any slack because he's so injury prone? Like, because realistically, that aspect of it isn't really his fault. That's, you know what I mean? That's just what it is. And I don't know. I just wanted to see what you think concerning that, because this dude can't play 82 games. If he gets 60 games, 65 games, that's a miracle.
So if that's the case, then get paid for 45, 65 games. And you can't demand, you know what I'm saying, 82, you know, type checks, and you're not reliable. I just can't buy that, man. Like, just imagine if Brandon Roy did something like that. His career would have been elongated. You know what I'm saying? And that guy was a monster. You know, what's his name from the Pacers? Granger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a good comparison.
Like you got ballers that really put it all out there, and they got 3 or 4 years. But if you know, you know. Like, there was some killers. Yeah. And I think that's what kills me is we don't see that passion, and the players, you know, the fans gonna reciprocate that. If you're not going give your full attention to appease me, then I'm not going, you know, go out of my way to watch you, type thing. And then on top of that, man, all you hear on ESPN and all these other shows is LeBron James, Steph Curry, and you know, a handful of guys. Like, I just found out, like, just earlier this season that Cade Cunningham was the first overall pick. That's how much I don't pay attention to basketball. Like we don't even know about it. Like, they're not building storylines. They're not developing, you know, the branding of other players outside of the star guys. And like, we're talking more about Bronny than we is the young rookie that just dropped 38.
Yeah. So let me ask this question real quick, because I don't want to lose our female listeners. We got Peaches with 3 Z's on with us. Shout out to you, sis. And then we also got Chevy. So I want to hear from the sisters, and it's cool if you're a little shy. Drop it in a comment. Do you guys think that free agency is the culprit for why a lot of these stars do what they do, the free agent lifestyle, the free agent culture, and the effect that's had on the league? Let us know, ladies. Let us know what y'all think. Continue, fellas.
Cade is nice. Cade Cunningham is nice. But I was going to say that. But I think that's another issue too, how you were saying that everything is always about LeBron. Everything is always about KD, Steph. You know, Jokic is getting some shine, but I think the problem with Jokic is that he avoids it. You know what I mean? He's kind of like the dude that doesn't like the media. But that a lot of that is like nobody's really become that next dude, that next face of the NBA. You know what I mean? I guess Luck, your boy was headed for that, but he wanted to, you know, flex with the Istles. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If he didn't have a gun in his hand, he would have been the man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember picking him ahead of time, boy. I picked him ahead of time too, and I was like, oh, he's gonna be phenomenal. I got flashbacks of Isaiah Thomas type of talent, D Rose type of talent. You know what I'm saying? And the guy just can't keep a gun out of his hand, man. He can't.
They talking about we'll be forever loving Ja.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We talking about my Ja Moran. Yeah, you know, self-destruction.
Y'all gonna see something from him. Y'all gonna see something from him a little bit later, man. But my gosh, if that dude ain't, he's on a Dennis Rodman path, in my opinion, man. Heroic, what you think, man?
Yeah, I feel the same way. Is
he gonna be the pariah of the league in another 2 years?
I hope not. I think he's had enough intervention where he understands, he gets it. Hopefully he keeps the competitiveness on the court and cut out a lot of the antics that he's done off the court. Because like everybody said, he's phenomenal. Like that is true box office. Like we want to see him because he going to do something amazing. We want to see dunks. We want to see players drive into the basket. Like period. Like that's what basketball fans want to see and he brings that to the table on a whole nother level. You know what I mean? Like his hang time is crazy. Like the way he moves, his acrobaticness is ridiculous. Like that's the guy that is doing things that we can't, like we don't see. You know, we watch sports because we want to see superhuman stuff. You know, when LeBron James first came in the game, like we need to see you in a dunk contest. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's another thing that's ruined basketball, the All-Star game and the dunk contest. But like,
great point.
Like he's going to be, as long as he continues to focus on basketball and he has a team around him that really care about his future, I think he's going to be the next face of the game. I don't question that. A matter is he going to win at Memphis? I don't think Memphis is going to be a perennial championship team, but I think he's more so going to be kind of like the AI of the generation. Just the bad boy of the generation, but he can always give you a bucket. We love his passion, and that's what he just brings to the game.
So in the interest of time, we're going to move on to the next segment, man. Luck, you ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Let me just plug this thing in real quick. And messing around with that tire, I even have my phone burnt out. Hold on one sec. There we go. All right. Boom.
I'll run that one more time for you.
Yep. All right, so this part of the segment, we're going to deal with the teams that are up and the teams that are down in terms of like the two top teams and the two bottom teams, right? So when we're looking at the Eastern Conference, you're looking at Cleveland being top. You know, they just took a loss the other night, their first loss of the season. And who did they take that loss from other than the number 2 team in the East, the Boston Celtics, right? So, you know, the Cleveland story, you know, is short package. I'm just going to say names. Donovan Mitchell, 24 points a game, 3.9 assists, 4.4 rebounds. You got Darius Garland as well. You know what I'm saying? Averaging the most assists on the team as far as like single assist performance. He averaging 20 and 7, which is like, you know, pretty much the production of today's point guard. They're more score heavy than assist heavy. But it works out in today's method, right? And you also have honorable mention Evan Mobley, you know, averaging 17 points, total rebounds 8.8, and also is averaging a 1.6 block shots. So that's pretty good. So Cleveland, they must see TV right now. You know, they're definitely, you know, they're definitely number 1. But right behind them is the people that beat them. The reigning champions, Boston Celtics, 12-3. Yeah, their story is, you know, the usual suspects. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday, Derek White, the usual suspects. You know what I mean? So, and Jason Tatum, as we know, he got an axe to grind. He's still feeling the splinters from riding the bench in the Olympics. I don't think it was right, but he got a few splinters that he's picking out, and he's picking it out on the league. And you got Jaylen Brown. Brother wasn't even put on the team when he should have been on that team. So the Celtics, even though they won the championship, they see themselves on the revenge tour. So that's the top. That's the news about the teams up top in the East. Now, when we come to the bottom of the row, we're dealing with Washington Wizards, 2-11, right? There's not much to say about these lower bottom teams, but we're going to talk about their usual suspects: Poole, Kyle Kuzma. You know what I mean? And you know, that team, I don't know. They need an overhaul, man. I think they need they need to scrap everything, bro. Like, man, we're not even going to get into the Wizards like that. And as for the 76ers, the much talked about 76ers, the main story, Tyrese Maxey might be doing too much right now. 25 points a game at point guard, you know what I mean? And I know that's today's model and all, but it's sad because everything you guys just said earlier, Joel Embiid, load management king right now, right? He's trying to take the title. He's trying to take the title from the Clippers. Oh hell, he hardly play. I even forgot his name, the Claw. He's trying to take the mantle of the Claw right now with his load management stuff. So the Sixers are in the bottom. Paul George just came back, and like Av pointed out so carefully earlier, the man just got hurt. The man just got there, and the man just got hurt. And if you're looking at his history with the Clippers, it's like, oh man, he's hurt again, right? So the Clippers looking like they were smart for making that move, right? So that is what it is with the bottom teams in the East. So let's go to the West. We got the Golden State Warriors 11-3. And again, they're usual suspects. The name that you go with, Steph Curry, 23 points a game, 6 assists. He's doing his thing. You got Andrew Wiggins, 16 points a game. That's pretty much his role on the team. And I'm a Wiggins fan, you know what I mean? Other than that, you got Draymond Green with the low numbers, but big inspiration. Low numbers, big inspiration. He's the heart and soul of the team. I think that's why they keep him there. He's like AC Green with a bigger contract. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Yeah, you said you know who AC Green is, A guy that came with his iron hat every day, worked very hard for the Lakers. He was like a glorified role player, but he was a good role player at that. And I think him and Javon is kind of, on that level right now. You know what I mean? So that's the Golden State Warriors. They're pushing number 1 in the West. And then you have number 2, Oklahoma City Thunder. Yes, indeed. SGA all the way. I like SGA. SGA is one of those guys that I feel that Ja Morant has to now, when he gets himself together, if he can stay away from the guns, that's one of the main people he would have to steal his position back from. Because that kid, SGA, he's a pure point guard in my book, even though he's a high-scoring point guard, very high, but he has pure point guard tendencies. You know what I mean? I think it's there, But, I'm a big SGA fan, and, I want to see more of them. So I'm going to be paying more attention to their games as well. And then with the bottom teams of the West, what are we looking at? New Orleans Pelicans. Well, look, that's an easy story to tell, right? That's an easy story to tell. Let's be real. Their main player, he lost weight over the summer. I'm thinking, okay, it's layups and dunks, fast break, excitement. I'm thinking dunk competition because he was lobbying for it, saying, hey, look, if you guys put me in the All-Star game, maybe I'll be inclined to participate in the dunk competition. He was trying to use that like a bargaining chip. Like, dude, Clyde he went to the dunk contest before he went to the All-Star game. So many others that came the route of the dunk competition and then made it to the All-Star game. Dude, follow the format. Why is it that he's actually trying to use the dunk competition as a bargaining chip to get to the All-Star game instead of his play? Why? Because he's hardly ever playing. That's why. And he played less at home. Play less at home with a blow-up door girl and lose, and get back on the court, bro. Like he lost the weight. I was expecting a whole lot.
Hey, ball player Luck. Let me ask a question real quick. Maybe the ladies can answer it because I see y'all still on Twitch. So y'all keep rocking out with us. Don't be scared. We in here. Y'all get in here, man. If y'all hoop, y'all come on here. This is Hoop Show for Hoop Heads. But let me ask a question real quick. Do you think Zion would get his sexy back if he played for a bigger market? Do you think he'd take the game more seriously? Do you think he'd get his sexy back? You think he'd get his six-pack popping? And he'd be a decent ball player because he'd want to take advantage of some of the commercial interest in a bigger market like a Chicago or New York or LA. You think the Pelicans turned him into this monster? Hey. Av, what you think, man?
Oh, they should call in, man. I think the ladies should call in, man, because you threw them a question, and we got to wait in suspense. Ladies, why don't you call in? The numbers.
He's still on. I'm looking at him right now on Twitch. I don't know why they not,
I don't know why they just call in, man. Like, hey, man, come on, man. Call in. It needs balance on this sometimes. You need to have the feminine energy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what's more attractive than women that's into sports, bro? Come on, man. What's more attractive, right?
So Heroic, man. So Heroic, talk to us, man. You think Zion would get his sexy back if he played for LA and he had to compete with Bronny for attention? What you think?
Oh man, I think that would That would be something interesting. I can't wait to see that. I think his time is definitely run out in New Orleans, and if he goes to like a Chicago or if Philly and Pelicans do a swap with Embiid, that might be something that might change the game. I don't know. Like that really you onto something with that one.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Av, what you think, man? Talk to us.
I remember the videos of Zion in high school jumping over, 5'8" white kids trying to guard him and stuff. And man, and then in Duke he was crazy. And now this dude just can't stay healthy. I don't know what it is, man. He can't stay healthy. So it's like Embiid, you know what I mean? Probably even worse. Even worse.
Not to punch down on Zion too hard again, because I was a fan of his. I was a fan of his in college, man. I was a big fan of his. And you know what? I'm gonna punch down just a little bit, a little further, because guess who he made?
I ain't gonna punch down, but I'm gonna punch down. I'm gonna give him a little uppercut.
He made wrong. He made my guy Marbury wrong. I played with Marbury for a weekend. He's good people, man. I played with him when he was 14 years old. But yo, real talk, he made Marbury look wrong, because Marbury went over the top because of the sneaker wars. Because Marbury and LeBron had the sneaker wars where he cut LeBron's sneaker half and half and said, "Yo, your insides are like my insides," right? Whether we agree with that or not. But Marbury is making a case about big company sneakers, overcharging sneakers, and people getting shot in the hood for Air Jordans when we was coming up as kids in the 80s. I get that, right? But anyways, small package that. He said that Zion was going to be the next LeBron. How many times? Many times. Many times he said Zion was going to be the next LeBron, and he even said that Zion can handle the ball better than LeBron when he was coming out of college. So he made Zion fail Marbury. He failed him. Failed him, bro. He can't even stay on the court. Like, stay out of the fridge, man. Stay on the court, brother. I want to work with you. Jesus.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
Too many po' boys and beignets in the NOLA. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, man. So in the interest of time, we're going to jump into this half man, half amazing segment on the show. So this is a segment that we do as a transition piece. We won't introduce it anymore. We'll just go right into it. The fellas wanted to put this together. That's the GOAT, Earl Manigault, for all y'all that don't know. Snatching quarters off the top of the backboard, the urban legend himself.
Urban legend, baby.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to get into it real quick.
Go ahead. I saw the Dr. J sneakers. Yo, Vic, I saw the Dr. J sneakers.
Yes, sir. Oh, let me put it again.
Bang. See those sneakers?
Yep.
Those are sneakers that truly changed history. Not the Jordans. Without those, there wouldn't have been the Jordans. Those are the Dr. J's. Let everybody know that.
Hey, right. Av, hey, Heroic, man. You going to rock them Dr. J's for the holidays, bro?
A little hard on the throw those Jones on the line, man. We might have to be tired of them RIPs. Nah, them Jones right there, that was back then, back when. we gotta let those lay where they are, man. But yeah,
they serve their purpose, right? Heroic, they serve their purpose, right? The road for the Converse Cons and the Air Jordans, right? Right.
Now them AIs was looking crispy though. We can rock something like them. We can go with them, but the Dr. J's, yeah, their time is over with. Their time is over.
That's crazy. The Dr. J's is right where they need to be by me, because I'm the Dr. J fan. I'm a big Dr. J fan. But we're gonna get.
Oh yeah, love Dr. J. Love Dr. J. He is somebody, definitely the younger generation. They can't even fathom his skill level. from the ABA to the NBA. You know.
So let's do this official. Av, set this up for us.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I thought you was handling this one.
Oh no. It's all good. It's all good. We'll jump right into the segment right now in the interest of time. Here we go. So this is the first video that we're gonna show in the clip, and it's featuring none other than, you know, your boy. Stick 'em up. He gonna get on Ant-Man right now. Check it out.
You know I got you. Lead in this opening round series. Morant. A jawbreaker! At the Grizzlies den, it is Ja Morant on the Morant, who drives and says that energizes. That's the building on their feet. Seeking that energizes Grizzlies defense. Okay, the Grizzlies get stopped, feeling the rhythm of the crowd here. Morant on the attack, has it ripped away by Edwards. And Edwards a little stare afterwards. Bear lost it. Here's a run out by Concha. Lost it over. Holy cow! Where did Morant come from? The Raptors.
Sound like.
Av, your thoughts?
I ain't gonna hold you up. My mute button was on by accident. You guys would have heard me. I was like, whoa!
Now, Ja's that dude, man. He had a game. Dude. He had a recent game where he had in the flow of the game. I think he did three separate times. He did 360 layups. One of them was a reverse, like in traffic though. Like, dude, Ja is crazy, yo. Ja's incredibly gifted athletically.
Y'all go ahead. I'm just responding to this message in the background.
Okay.
Nah, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. Like, when you can watch that day in and day out from Ja Morant, like that's what I want to see. Like that's the type of basketball I want to see. And you know, you didn't think people could jump that high. You know what I'm saying? And so seeing things like that is what can bring people back into the game, and just his swagger. He brings a whole different level of swagger and confidence. He is definitely half man, half amazing. And the highlight reels is just continuous.
Yeah. You know, again, like, you know, and everything everybody's saying, I'm definitely riding with when it comes to Morant, man. You know, like, he's the type of baller, in my opinion, could have played in any era of basketball and still have been incredible. He just got to keep the clap out his hand. That's all he got to do. Keep it out your hand, brother. Yeah. Don't go on camera with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you rich. You don't have to be seen. Just anytime we see you, let's just see you on the court. That's the only thing I'm saying. Let's just see you on the court. I like his fire. I even like when he mouths off to Shannon Sharp and these guys. It's entertaining for me. But, damn, just stay away from the guns, man. Stay away from the guns. That's all. That's all. And hopefully he can stay injury-free, because the kind of game he plays, I love watching it. Matter of fact, Af, I'm going to ask you a question.
What's that?
This something you schooled me on this a few years ago. The way Ja Morant lands on the ground, is it safer than when D Rose was landing on the ground?
Yeah. I mean, I would think so. The thing with D Rose, when he would land, and Westbrook kind of did it too early on, they sometimes when you explode like that and you got that real hard landing, it's better to let yourself fall. You know what I mean? And Ja does that. You could peep like D Rose, he would always try to land on his feet. And if you like, we all know how explosive he was. and how like when he would cross, he would have like the hardest crossover. Like he would stop so hard. You if you watch it like in slow motion, it looks like his joints is about to bust. You know what I mean? But yeah, sometimes it's safer to just fall and not try to catch yourself. Obviously, you can't do that on concrete, and you know what I'm saying, at the park. But when you're in the gym and stuff, sometimes it's safer. Yeah. When Westbrook was like that. I'm trying to think of some other cast that was like that. Off my head, I really can't right now, but definitely Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
Oh, Uncle Steve.
Right.
Uncle Steve-O, thanks for tapping in. Uncle Steve-O say they practice falling.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
That's deep. That's deep. You know, it's crazy coming up in the street playing ball. I used to dunk with the left hand, dunk with my right hand. I could give you a reverse vertical, two-hand over vertical, and one leg dunks, right? Never did we ever discuss landing. We just discussed, we didn't discuss it. We just did it,
Yeah.
My guy Sean saying something. D Rose was never taught how to land. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You could see it.
But that's crazy because I'm telling y'all the truth. I've never had a coach look at me and say, yo, you got to land this way when you dunk. Never. Never had it.
Yeah. But I don't think it was never an issue. I think the biggest thing and what something KG was talking about was you gotta get used to playing at a high intensity. When you take away 2-a-days, you take away, 3-a-days in the NFL, like you got players with access to more strength training and more specific sciences and they're injured more and they have better equipment and better technology is because they're not used to that heavy rigor. And I think that's one of the things that, no one's really talking about. You got guys that's believing that, they don't have to lift weights, and they're not putting that stress on the body in the off season to withstand that 82 season grind, the 17 game football season now, and when you're playing against, guys that are more refined, like you gotta put that time into the body, but you also gotta put your body through that pain. You gotta put your body through that fire. And these guys aren't doing it. So when they think they're trying to turn it on and flip that switch, the body's like, crack. Can't do it. And so, yeah, whether it be learning how to fall or whatever, I think it does have something to do with the intensity level of the everyday training camp and practice.
Just to hop on that real quick, do you think 'cause I kind of feel that like with what I saw my son go through, like playing AAU on two teams at the same time. Do you think that the load of AAU when these cats is younger, like these dudes have literally played hundreds and hundreds of games before they even get to college? You know what I mean? Do you think that extra amount of games on these cats is also causing injuries?
I was an athlete. I played AAU basketball. I trained and ran track, played football 7-on-7 all throughout the summer. I wouldn't say
what? Not to cut you off, but that's something that these cats don't do. They don't.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. When it comes to the off season, they're not throwing weight on their shoulders. You know what I'm saying? If you're not used to throwing around any type of weight, you're not increasing your bone density, and I think that's something that no one talks about. Is you're not reaffirming those ligaments with that stress. You know what I'm saying? In high school, I'm power cleaning over 300 pounds, squatting over 500. My body was, my knees, my joints was used to that type of stress when I was making explosive movements. These guys aren't used to that. And I think that's the biggest difference is what guys are doing in the off season and not putting, like I said, not putting themselves through that strenuous workout. They doing stuff. I'm not saying they're not doing nothing in the off season. And I think that's where I don't want to take away from their training or anything else. Like these guys are doing a lot in the off season, but when it comes to strength training, like you have to load the body.
Right.
You know, if you're jumping that high off the ground, your impact force is going to be, you know, a couple thousand pounds when you land. So if you never put, you know, 500 pounds and did that for reps, you never put 300 pounds on your shoulders and did that for reps, like your body isn't used to that. And to continuously do that over and over again, you just tearing yourself up.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, man.
So my guy Sean. Yeah.
Right,
my guy Sean,
bro.
He said there's a season workout and there's a playoff workout. Interesting. I never even thought about it.
And do this last one too, Luck.
Sure. Yeah, Stephen Davers. Eat right is very important from what I heard. Indeed. Agreed. Ask LeBron about it. Look at LeBron. Mount Olympus on a basketball court. Why? The man got his own cook. They're about that life and making the right meals for him. The cryogenic chamber, I think he's one of the people that revolutionized it. I mean, the man is doing what the man's supposed to do to take care of his body. And eating is a very important part of it for sure. Sure.
Okay, so Av, you ready, bro?
100%.
All right, here we go. Next segment.
So basically it's the game of the week. And there was a couple one game and then another subject that I want to touch on real quick. But the game that I wanted to talk about was the meetup of the two top teams in the Eastern Conference, the Celtics and the Cavs. People were hyping it up as like, you know, a possible conference finals preview and all that. And the game started out and the Celtics started off tearing that ass up. If you look at the stats of the game, that was interesting. If you look at the stats of the game, I'm gonna pull it up real quick. The team stats. The Cavs won the battle of the boards. They had 50 rebounds, total rebounds, to the Celtics 45. Not much of a difference, but they had more rebounds. The assists were kind of even, 30-32. The Cavs had less turnovers. They had 7 turnovers. The Celtics had 13. You know, less fouls. Then they committed less fouls than the Celtics. So, like, looking at those things, then you look at, like, the field goal percentage, 49% for the Cavs to 51 for the Celtics. Just looking at that, you're like, the Cavs kind of should have, you know, they looked like they would have won. And the Cavs did make it close at the end. The game ended up 120-117 Celtics. But the biggest difference, other than Darius Garland having a bad game, the biggest difference was three-pointers, man. The Cavs shot 29 three-pointers and made 10 of them. The Celtics shot 41 three-pointers and made 22. They shot 53% from three. And I think Horford was like, let me look at it real quick to make sure before I lie. Horford was 4 for 5 from three-pointers, bro. If Horford's making 4 three-pointers, you know what I mean? You're not going to win. You know what I'm saying? But the only way the Cavs can compete with the Celtics is if they get up more threes. And I don't know if it's possible for them to even do that. Because like that 40, I mean, we saw the Celtics when they played the Knicks, they shot what, like 60? Whatever it was.
Yeah,
they get them up, and it's just math, bro. It's just math. They're letting Mobley and Mitchell get your 2 points, go to the rack, whatever, yeah, and then we're gonna come down and we're gonna hit a three. And people don't like it, whatever, but they're gonna continue winning until people figure it out. And that's all I have for those guys. The next subject I wanted to touch on real quick was something near and dear to all of our hearts, or most of us, I guess. I know my heart, the New York Knicks. So the last few games, they're up on the thing. They played the Nets, smacked them. Previous to that, they played the Rockets. They should have won that game. It came down to the buzzer. Brunson took a tough shot, almost made it. It rimmed out, and they lost. And then last night they played the Suns and stomped them, which was good. And then, the Knicks are now in third. people have been talking a lot of having issues with Towns. I don't. He's not good at defense. We know that. We knew that before we got him. You know what I mean? He's an elite offensive player, though, at the 5 or the 4, depending on where you put him. And, you know, hopefully when we get Mitchell back, or we figure something out with Huck Porty, maybe. I don't think you could play Towns with Sims. Then you could put Towns at the 4, and he can be a better defensive player. But as far as the defensive issues that the Knicks have, I don't think he's the one that people should be pointing at. I think the issue is more Mikal Bridges. And not that he's been horrendous, but we gave up, like, I believe 5 first-round draft picks for dude. And he's supposed to be one of the best 3-and-D players in the league, one of the best wing stoppers in the league, and he hasn't quite been that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and Anunoby has been that. Hart is playing his possibly it's gonna, it looks like possibly the best season. But yeah, so I think Bridges needs to step it up a bit. Ultimately, I think the team is gonna be as advertised, and I think we have action at the conference finals, definitely. But yeah, not so much on Towns, bro. I think he's doing his thing, man.
Concur.
That's all I got on that. How do y'all feel about I mean, we're all Knicks fans, so how do y'all feel about the new acquisition, Karl Anthony Towns, and Mikal Bridges? How do y'all feel about them?
Towns, I like Towns. You know, I felt like that was a good trade for us, except for DiVincenzo. I did not want to lose DiVincenzo. But Towns' acquisition and the trade-off for Randall, I think that's us winning. Until DiVincenzo got dragged into it, that's when we started kind of breaking a little less than even, in my opinion. Yeah. But I will say this. What I like about Towns, I think he's a better Knick than he was a Wolf. Because you know why? Because of the coaching staff. I think our coaching staff used him better than the last coaching staff used him. Because they're allowing him to play an inside-outside game. He's not just posting for the 3-point all the damn time. Yes, he's nailing some threes, and we need that. Right? There's a new league. I could dislike it as much as I want as far as it being overused, but it's a new league, so we got to compete with it till we can figure it out, right? So with Towns being an inside-outside threat, I've seen him post up a few times throughout the season, and I loved it. I was like, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Give me a little inside game, makes me happy. You know what I'm saying? But I think Towns is a plus, and he's an MVP candidate in my opinion. And I think even in the eyes of the league right now, in the earlier parts of the season, he's an MVP candidate. Some poll I watched. But I believe, in my mind, if and only if he could stay injury-free and play at this level throughout the rest of the year, which is a big ask, because to me, this is the best I've ever seen this guy play. I think he can be an MVP candidate, much like back in the day when Amari Stoudemire first came to the Knicks, before Carmelo came. Yeah. Because when Carmelo came, that trade threw off the chemistry of the team. No disrespect. Carmelo's a Hall of Fame future player. I know who he is, but I'm just saying the Knicks gave up a lot for him. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it gutted the team.
Yeah, and Amari Stoudemire, prior to that trade, was in the MVP conversation at big man, much like Towns is right now.
Yeah.
So that's my thought on that. Let's see what's up with the rest of it.
Yeah, I agree. I think Karl Anthony Towns, his game is going to open up once Mitchell Robinson get back in the lineup. I think that's going to help him out a lot. But with him not being in the lineup, he's definitely taking advantage of not having the paint clogged up. Seeing him, take the ball from the high post or from the elbow and drive into the basket. And he's playing a lot physically, more physical than I anticipated. We did not on him come into New York was that he was soft, and watching him play in the first 15 games, he's playing a more physical style basketball. So I think that's something that I like. I like the aggressiveness that he's playing with, and he's playing with a chip on his shoulder. He understands that the market that he's in, we dogs. You know, every New York fan know basketball. Every New York fan going to criticize you, and you going to hear it. And so to be able to step up to the plate in the first 15 games and really not just perform, he maintained the consistency. He didn't have up and down games. It was just either he gonna get you 25 or he gonna get you 35 plus. And I think that's what's really been keeping the fans off his back. And I think, like you said, Mikal Bridges, he definitely got to step it up. You're supposed to be one of the best two-way guards in the game. Your defense is looking subpar. Whether it got to do with the rotations. Mitchell Robinson would definitely probably help anchor and help everybody improve their defense. But regardless, you are on-ball defensive player. Your job is to shut down people. You got to shut them down, and you haven't been doing that. Same thing with OG on defense. Offense, he's one of those guys where he's just always in the right spot. He's not going to cross you over. He's not going to do something spectacular, but he's going to be in the corner when he's supposed to be in the corner. He's going to be on that low block when he's supposed to be on the low block, and he's just going to catch the ball and make a simple play. And you always need that type of guy where he can get 13 to 15 shots one game and get 30, and the next game he can get 7 shots, 5 shots, and get you 15. So he's one of those guys. I think we're right where we need to be. Just continue building our chemistry throughout the season, and I really think I give it around January, right before the All-Star break, because that's when we usually turn up and really start getting in our groove. Tibbs is hard on the guys. So I think that's when they're going to be mentally locked in. They're going to be used to the wear and tear, and we're really going to showcase what the team is about.
I can rock with that. So we got a few comments here. I see my boy Sean. He said Hoy knows how to win because he was the man at one time for Atlanta. But over the years, he's been watching film on Big Shot Bob and Clyde. All right.
All right, all our Knicks fans, we got to get ready. So where there's smoke, there's fire. And Melly came through with the really interesting comment before, but now Melly wants that smoke. Here it is.
Man. Come on, man. I'm not trying to hear none of
When I read that, I was like, oh, shit.
I'm not trying to hear none of that. I'm not trying to hear none of that.
Yeah, wait a minute. State your claim. State your team. State your team.
Now, Melly was on the show earlier.
State your team.
I don't know if it's a he or a she, but they gave a comment.
Yeah.
Whoa. Man.
Hey.
Woo. Okay, excuse us.
Hold up.
Blue and orange now. Man.
I put it up again.
Not from New York.
I'll put it up again. I can't put it in Braille. I can put it up again though.
You can put it in Braille, and I ain't feeling it. Boss.
As of today, the offensive ratings, the rankings of the teams, the number 1 is the Cavaliers. Number 2 is the trash Knicks, and number 3 is the Celtics. So we trash though.
Hey. All right, I hear you.
Hey, Uncle Steve, man, let us know, man. Is the Knicks trash? Are we John Brown Hine parts? What are we doing out here?
Okay. Sean, Towns is actually playing the system that should have drafted him. You're damn right, Sean. You're damn right. Right on. I agree.
Uncle Steven said no. Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Hey, we being a little too nice, man. We playing too nice.
Hey, that's how the league is, though, right? They're playing too nice. That's how the league is. Although I've been noticing the referees letting a few things go lately. I think it was a Knicks game I was watching where the rest was just letting it go, and I was like, yo, they're roughing each other up again. Get out of here! I caught a flashback in the '90s for a split second.
Real quick, Uncle Steve, if you wanna jump on and talk, you gotta put the call letters in your phone, and I'll bring you up backstage. So I'm gonna open up the ticker, and I'm going to have you. I'm gonna put it big on the screen. So you copy down StreamYard.com, DHQXSHYSFR, all those letters and all of that. And then when you pop up, I'll bring you up. Now, what I'm hearing, Sean and other people try to get on. Some people can get on, some people can't. Try to do it through Google Chrome if you can.
Mm-hmm.
Try to do it through Google Chrome if you can.
And also, too,
right.
folks, advice: you could get the app, the StreamYard app.
Yeah,
and,
that's
it
another
works
way as well.
super easy. Because I used to do it the way you guys are doing it right now, and I used to have my problems, but I don't have those problems no more.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And you can also do it. I know it works better on your laptop or your desktop rather than on the phone. So if you got one of those, you plug that up, and that's a good way to get through too. But we're going to put all your comments up, just like we put Melly's comment up. You know what I mean? Equal opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Equal opportunity show. You know what I mean? Hey, let's go back to Half Man, Half Amazing real quick, because I'm going to play these clips real quick, and then we're going to quickly get into our top 5 to end off the show. Y'all still good? Everybody still good? We still rocking with each other on the show? Everybody good? All right.
Yeah.
So half Man, Half Amazing one more again.
What happened to the volume? Volume just went low.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Yeah, it went super low.
Okay, so if it did, go out and come back in, and then everything should be straight. All right, one more again from Half Man, Half Amazing. Here we go.
All right.
Bounce, leans in, pass deflected. Good help defense from the Warriors. Oh, what a pass! And Kuminga throws it down! Podziemski with a sensational assist.
This could be the pass of the year so far. You might watch every game the rest of the season in the NBA and not see a better pass than that. And look, some of it was luck because you don't know exactly if Kuminga's going to get there, but as I said, he knew to throw it in that direction.
He'll launch another three. Tipped, grabbed by Mobley. Second chance for the Cavs. Mitchell cuts. Mitchell twists. Oh, and a circus shot by Donovan Mitchell.
Now you see me.
Mitchell takes the feed. He'll whirl. He'll finish. The Donovan Mitchell Show here in Chicago.
Powell, a drifting three. Oh, he put it in! What a shot! It's a 5-point game heading into the fourth quarter. Don't ever worry about Norman Powell starting off slow. Prime example, he's starting to find that heater, just what the Clips needed, entering in the fourth, only down.
He's had a lot of run-ins with Joel Embiid. They have not gone his way. Oh, how about that pass? Karl Anthony Towns right behind the ear. Late in that game, had a 40-point quarter. Man, that was a beautiful pass by Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, that's something Tom Thibodeau, though, told us before the game.
My guy Towns looking like C. Webb.
Did we get Luck back at all?
I don't think he came back in yet.
Okay.
But yeah, Towns is proven to be an underrated passer, man.
Yeah,
That's some
yeah.
dimes.
He definitely been dropping some dimes, and like I said, he's been playing very aggressively out of the high post in the post up game, and being able to distribute. Like I said, I think we're in good shape. We're building chemistry. But getting back to the highlights, half man, half amazing. That guy Donovan Mitchell is always been a beast since he came in the game. I don't know if anybody remember him, but he reminds me of homeboy he played for the Charlotte Hornets. I can't think of his name right now. Just Baron Davis. That's who he reminds me of, a mix between a Baron Davis and a Steve Francis in his prime. Like he has their style of play, attacking the basket, playing above the rim, at a short stature.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess he's putting. I mean, with the way he's been playing, with the way the Cavs are winning, because like he's kind of like slowed down his shot output, his shot selection has improved, and he's kind of spreading the ball more, and they've been winning obviously up until the Celtics. But I don't know. He might, for the two guard position, he's definitely in the conversation for the best in the league right now. I think.
I think he's been the best in the league for a while. He's one of those guys that fell into the small market trap. Like he went from Utah to the Cavs. You know what I'm saying? Like most people forget. Like if you didn't know, like Ron Harper back in the late 80s, early 90s, like he was competing with Jordan before his injuries. You know what I'm saying? But because he was in a small market, guys can identify with that. When they was talking about the baddest white man in the game, Mark Price, that's a guy that people don't know about. And so I think I think guys playing in those small markets, they really get shafted on sponsorships, endorsements, being on the national spotlight. So really people don't get to see their game and see him shine. It's unfortunate, but he's one of those guys that I think for the past, I say 5 years, he's truly been a consistent guy. You can look back at every year he had a 45, 50-point game explosion. Right. Like you can't say he hasn't. Like he did it at Utah. He's done it a couple times at Cleveland. So we really got to give him his flowers now that he is having the success. No different than.
I think he had 70 in Cleveland. What's funny is that when he was in the draft, originally, he was looked at as a defensive prospect.
Yeah, I know. I remember.
That's crazy.
And it just shows his work ethic, for him to evolve his game outside of being an attacker, where he can shoot the ball, he can get the mid-range. He's really unpredictable and can score at all levels. And like I said, I think he's definitely been one of the top 5, top 3 two guards in the NBA. It's just the market he's in. He hasn't been able to get the credit.
Yeah. The Knicks did pass him up.
Yeah, we did. But hey, I'm not mad. Brunson is my guy. I'm all in on Brunson.
Yeah.
I'm all in. He took that pay cut. We good for the decade.
Yeah. But I think the Knicks will be fine 100%. I think once they get that Brunson Towns pick and roll down, when they get that down, it's already trouble. You know what I mean? But once they get it down, it's just a wrap.
Yeah, they could do that low. They could do that baseline pick and roll like Stockton and Malone used to do. Because they both scoring threats. That'll work like water. They'll get people every trip. You know what I mean? You get alley-oops all day with that.
Yeah, and you got on top, and if you don't, and if they collapse, you got shooters everywhere. So,
Well, I would like to see how the offense look with Brian Mitchell in the offense. If he can develop a little mid range, a little floaty, the little Harkenstein floaty, You know what I'm saying? I think he can be effective off that pick and roll as well, and that'd be double trouble because, like you said, we got shooters that can sit out on the island. If you try to double team, it's over. We got snipers.
Yep.
We're shooting at we're the number 2 3-point percentage team in the NBA. So, you know, when you look at the numbers, we will capitalize on open threes.
Sure.
Yeah. So we got to make an executive decision, y'all, because we headed on to the 10 o'clock point of the show. So do we want to push it? Do we want to push it and do the top 5 point guards, or do we want to just alert everybody to a Sunday show and just kind of run through it all on Sunday, no interruptions?
Yeah, let's do it Sunday.
Yeah, I think we should push it to Sunday because we've already been on for quite a while.
Yeah.
Great
show though. Great show. Love it.
Great show. I had a lot of fun. Great show. When you have a lot of fun as the host, that's a great show. So, all right, so we do this part of it on Sunday. Most definitely, we're gonna finish up our top 10 point guards list. We already went through the bottom 5. We're gonna go through the top 5 on Sunday for 7 p.m.
Yeah, man, and everybody that's listening, please, we love everybody. We love the trolls. So Melly, if you want to come back and troll some more, you can do that. We love it, man. That's gonna make the show better. That's gonna make us better. That's gonna keep us on our toes. We love it, man. Come through and
but if you're gonna talk about our team, you gotta throw your team name in the mix.
Right.
Yeah. State your team.
Exactly. Do you have a team? I pity the fool.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Mr. T, A-team.
So Av, you want to take us out, man? For the end of the show.
Yeah, no doubt. This has been the bonus hoop show. Where we talk hoops, and everybody that's tuned in, we appreciate y'all. Thank you to the sponsors, and one love, man. Peace.
Peace.